Sorry about that. And then I realized y'all probably didn't even hear me say I'd be right back. Hello. My sponsor called, and she doesn't call often. Usually I contact her. So she wanted to check on me, make sure I was all right. And I wasn't going to just hang up on her because I don't want her to think something's wrong when I call her back. So that is where I went. Now hopefully everybody will see me and come back and don't feel like I just ditched them. What? What did they do? I love my watch. I don't have to drop out and text. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys were here before, I apologize. My sponsor called. Besides my sore throat, I'm doing good, Nana. How are you? That's good to hear. I feel bad I dropped out on everybody. But I'm being selfish and sobriety comes first, and today that meant my sponsor came first. Hey, Esmeralda. Absolutely, but he's not here in the equation at the moment. He's at daycare. Yeah, that's a no for me, too. No. Stupid thing. Yep. You're not wrong, Bill. I have a sponsorship. Jesus, I have a scholarship for him to go to daycare. He has to maintain a full time schedule, but it lets me go to school, look for work, make what I can here, get things done, give me a little break. I'm sorry, Cindy. I'm ADHD and it just helps my brain. Thank you, Mandy. And I guess I should correct it because it kind of it kind of came out a little wrong. I'm not saying that that's all the time. I'm saying that compared to live, my sobriety and my sponsor come first. Honest question, why is it your business? And I'm not saying it to be mean. What are you talking about, Jessica? I'm just curious why. I'm doing what I can with a little bit of storage and the child that rips everything apart when he comes home. Usually I go live and then clean up after. I need to get a bottle of water because I need some liquid IV. I've been doing school, applying for jobs. I just came from the last class and for 2 weeks because spring break. And I have finished my reading course, or reading and language arts course. I had a 155 on my GED ready test, which is like the practice test. I hear you, Duff. You're good. I have 164 on social studies. I take that test on the 30th. Hey, Amber. Math and science were kind of dismal at 146 each. Passing is 145. So I have a scholarship to take math back again another 10 weeks. And right now they're saying I'm on track to be in college by fall. Thank you. Yep. I cracked up because I didn't know you did either, and then you showed up on my thing. Thanks, guys. I'm excited. If I can get reading or math over 160 plus, then I don't have to take the admission exams for college. And there is a ceremony on the 5th of June where I can be, it's almost like a graduation thing. So if I can complete well, I did complete the reading. I think she said if I can complete another score bump, I can go, or something like that. No, he doesn't. Thank you, Snow. Oh, that's what it was. I have to pass the test. I have to pass at least one portion of the test with a good score, meaning over 145. I'm sorry, but why is that your business stuck in? That's a little personal. Right now, I have only tried the cotton candy, and it's meh. I don't want to open too many, though, because the baby will fling them all over the room and eat them. Nope, not with his wife. You need to catch up with the times. And please remember that when somebody's got a vendetta on somebody else, they don't typically tell the truth. But since you're a troll, go ahead and get on up out of here. Ooh, which one's the pink? I have the melon. Well, I have watermelon. Oh, I didn't see a pink cotton candy. Thank you, Dawn. Hey, Nana. Yeah, that's what I realized. That's why I said, oh, never mind, watermelon. I didn't see a regular melon. I'm just not a fan of the blue cotton candy. I mean, it tastes like cotton candy, but it tastes weird. I hear you, Heather. I'm basically living off protein shakes most of the weeks because of Mounjaro. Thank you, Peach. I'll try and find it and see. I wish you could get them in sample sizes. Thank you, Peach. Besides my throat hurting, I'm good. How are you? Protein shakes and protein bars are like the best. I don't have the box. I get these really good chocolate ones. They're kind of pricey, but they literally taste like a chocolate bar. Well, thank you, Heather. DM me. We'll see what we can work out. And I drink the muscle milk. It's super yum. Yeah, mine's for diabetes. It wasn't even supposed to be for weight loss. It's just a happy side effect. I will. But I found those shakes definitely help when you don't even want to open your mouth. No, it's not the nausea. It just, I don't have an appetite. Hey, Super. Me too. I don't get the sudden drops anymore like I was. But see, what was funny, my A1C for years has come up normal. Like they never saw anything. I insisted. I stood up for myself this time and said, well, let me get something to keep track of it. She said, all right, we'll send you home with a meter. My second test, I think I saw it. I was looking for somebody this morning. So if you had sent me a DM and it says red, but it isn't responded to, that's why. I promise I'll get to you. But my second thing was like a 240 or 245. And she had me do this thing. I don't remember what it's called, but they lay you on a table and put all these cuffs around your legs and your arms. And it uses your blood flow and oxygen and something else to kind of test how your body is, like how it's doing, how it's working. And between the high sugar and that, we found out I'm insulin resistant. And when she went a little further, I'm diabetic. But she's hoping when I lose weight, it'll stop. Hey, Fiverr. See, so I'm not the only one. Hey, me. I will say I'm really, really, really not trying to stay on the full time today. My throat is killing me. If I didn't have responsibilities, I wouldn't even be here. Thank you. Is it Shanda? Oh, wow. Hey, Kaylee. I'm good, Moni. How are you? I have to be on my pokey thing for so long before I can get that, but that is the goal to have when I wear, so we can track it better. Hey, Ash. See? Well, thank you, Fiverr. Hi, Belinda. It's the craziest thing. Just like my hormones come out regular, but it turns out I'm PCOS. I love that Greek yogurt. He was doing all right when I dropped him off. Busy ignoring mommy because I guess it's embarrassing to have me kiss him in front of his friends. I can smooch him all day when we're home, but I go to daycare and he's like, put me down, go away. Right, but A1C is supposed to track your fluctuations in daily sugars. So with how drastic mine was going up and coming down, my A1C shouldn't look normal. Well, thank you, babe. I know the college I'm at does not offer a straight addictions class, but they do work with a university who may, and I'm going to try and do it as, I don't know what a major and a minor when I hit there. But I have a really good guidance counselor, and she'll get me where I need to be. I've also noticed, that they are very good with working with you when you don't have the money for something or you're really struggling, like a single mom or somebody who's been homeless, something like that. They'll make sure you can get your schooling and still be okay. I am, Jennifer. How are you? Exactly. And mine wasn't budging like it should have been. Really? I'm good, Carrie. How are you? Alrighty, Moni. Have a good sleep. That's good. Hey, Tess. I will say I'm looking to get 3 readings today. I think it was. Might have been 4. And that's the goal I'm trying to hit before I leave. So if you want a reading, good day to try. Get in and see what you can find. Oh, you're on a plane, Dawn? You know, I've never flown. Never, ever. I might be dumb, but I didn't know you could use internet. I thought you had to turn your devices off. And don't laugh at me. I really thought they had to go off and stay off. Yep, I've never flown. I didn't know that. I just know it has airplane mode because you're not supposed to have it on or whatever. Oh, I hope you have fun on your trip, Dawn. Huh. I want to fly. That's what you were saying earlier. I caught part of it and forgot to scroll back. We're going from like between 70s and 80s and 40s for highs. It's crazy. Thank you, Kelly. Carnival comes, I do believe, down by where the old Walmart used to be in, is that Sparrows Point? We do have a port. I know we do, but I don't remember. I think it's, oh wow, Kaylee. I think it's Carnival. I sure will, Kelly. It feels good to be here and not be stressing. I'm good, Ice, and you? Hey, Tawny, thank you. I'm sitting here in a tank top with my window cracked, pretending it's warm, and it's only like in the 50s. That sucks. To be honest, I don't know that I could go to Vegas because I will literally, I can't stop. Oh, that sucks. I like when it's like 60s to 70s. I can't believe it's going to be my second Mother's Day this year. You said that and it just reminded me. We're going to church. I got him a cute little bunny outfit, and I got me a pretty little dress and shrug. And we're going to walk to church, come home and meet his dad, and give him his Easter basket. He's got a cute little truck Easter basket. It's got like 4 little packs of candy in it, and the rest is the truck. Thank you, Monty. And I was saying, oh my God, I was just looking at it and doing that, and it reminded me when I showed my outfit, I was saying how I felt normal at Walmart. When I bought that outfit, I was like, oh my God, I'm a church mom. That sounds fun, though, Dawn. Me too, because it's springtime. Yes, I am, Ashley. Stuck in, if you're trying to get me to say he's married, you're way, way, way far behind, okay? I've been saying that. Yes, he's still legally married, just like I was. I have PayPal ice cream. and guess what? Nobody but trolls seem to care. And I know somebody else who's in the same exact situation. Just was proposed to by a man who's not fully divorced yet. That's more common than you think. I'm good, Bri. How are you? He's doing good, Lacey. How are you? Thank you, Mama. See? I love you, Amber. Yes, he comes every week. I'm glad to hear that, Lacey. All right. I hope everything is okay, hon. Well, thank you, Bri. Is it Brittany? Okay, thank you, Brittany. Okay. I love it, Lacey. Well, thank you, Betty. Exactly, Alyssa. I'm almost 2 hours away from Baltimore, yes. Like literally 5-10 minutes shy. I was afraid that I'd end up with that kind of baby daddy my whole life, and thank God I did not. Hey, Amy. 10 bananas. That's why I stayed. Hey. Oh no. I'm near where I went to rehab at, but on the other side of the border. And she did mention readings, so I'll take a chance to say, since I'm not feeling good, I'm looking to get 4 readings today, and then I'm hoping I can call it an early day. If I didn't have responsibilities, we wouldn't even be here. Hey, Regina. Well, congratulations, Betty. 4 is a big deal. It is. Especially being in recovery, I see so many of these women who there's no dad or they don't know who dad is. It's not fun. And I can't imagine being in that place. Congrats, Brittany. Yep. And talking about recovery has really helped me. Completely revamping my TikTok interaction has really helped me to deal with a lot of things too. Yes, we do, Monty. Well, thank you, Brittany. Nope. I was on social media long before I ever used. No problem, Betty. Every day of sobriety is one more day than you had. Is a reason to party. That's what my sponsor says. Thank you, sweet. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah, I had a phone call from my sponsor, so I dropped out. Sorry. She was checking on me. Well, thank you, Miranda. I'm working on loving me. I have this. I've been trying to convince myself to work on again. Well, thank you, Brittany. So get some time on this, and hopefully it'll get me that in shadow work journals or journaling. 10 dinero, Ice. No problem, Dawn. Have a safe trip. Yeah. I've had this one for, I think, like 2 years. And then it really got bad, and I stopped messing with it. You're welcome. I think it was cheap on Amazon when I got it. I know. I'm so glad that that never was my way of thinking, and not saying it in a mean way, but or like I'm better than anybody. I'm just glad that I was in a position where that wasn't my first thought. Alrighty, Miss Monty, you too. When it's backwards, you take the screenshot and just flip it in your editing software, or I can flip the camera and show you again. I have somebody else who wants me to do it on YouTube. Maybe I will when my throat stops hurting. Oh my God, ouch. Where in the hell? Damn it, they were supposed to be easy. Oh, and somebody asked me, did I read my Bible? My poor recovery Bible is so battered that it's not even a joke. That would be cool, Brittany. On PayPal, Ice. Oh, okie dokie. These are stuck together. I should be alright. No, I'm not. They're stuck together. Damn it. The tiniest bit of moisture gets into them in any way and it screws them up. What kind of reading, honey? Really? Is that what you think? Have you read Genesis, Leviticus, Joshua? Where they cast lots to determine God's will. And, you know, what they should do. No, I wanted to know, like, what topic? Well, since I do 10 for 8 card draw, 20 would get you 16. And you can do a general where we just see what comes out. Actual question that you want to ask. Like money, love, whatever. Health, work. Sure thing. No, you're good, Amber. I knew what you meant. I watch a really cool Christian creator, and that's where I got the idea to start quoting the books that counteract some of these arguments. There was a really good one, I forget what she said, but where Jesus calls the Pharisees out for adding laws to the Bible that didn't exist, or laws to the law that didn't exist so they could be more holy, and then not following them themselves. And there's a lot of that going on. Well, shadow work journals are from the devil. This is from the devil. That's from the devil. $10 which? Okay. Now I gotta count 16 cards. Are you planning any kind of travel? Whether it's like changing places you work, or moving homes, taking a vacation. Because that's what these first 2 cards are pointing to. And it actually seems like it's a pretty good idea, just from the first half. pulled half, and then we'll do the rest and keep these out, okay? So there's the Six of Swords, which is why I asked if you were going to travel. Six of Swords is typically illustrated with a boat coming out of stormy waters and into more calm water. And yeah, vacation, definitely that could amount to it. Leaving a place where there's a lot of stress in any way, that's kind of what that card covers. This has been in the works for a while. Like a while. Maybe something you've talked about but never did, or you dreamed of but never thought would happen. This has been, or something similar to this has been at least thought of for a while. Maybe it's the fact it's a vacation. Maybe it's your first one, something like that. Or the fact you're with somebody that you love. Maybe there's that. The next thing, which is kind of how I put it together, the Seven of Cups being the imagination and seeing it happen, but the Three of Pentacles. You two had to come together and work as a team to make this happen. It did not just happen on its own. This isn't just because timing was right. You put time into this. You put effort into this, saved up. That is sweet, and that explains the next card. Like, this was not a solo effort. I don't know if it's family that's helped. I don't know if you talked to people and they helped with ideas, but definitely as a team, there's a sense of teamwork with this. Not saying you wouldn't have come to it on your own, but I do feel like there's more than one. The next card was the Two of Cups, and I was actually, this is what tore me, because I felt like it was sort of pointing to somebody that you love, but I couldn't, with the cards around it, determine if this was a partner or familial, because it goes right into Two of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So it wasn't quite clear there. I do know your heart is definitely in this. This is not just because of the specialness of the trip, but again, this is something you really put a lot of energy into. It's a place you love, a place that really tends to calm you down. Perhaps there's some memories there or in a place similar to that you can relive going. But your heart is in this 110%. Now, hearing it's a mommy-son trip, that makes it even sweeter. But I do feel a lot of heartfelt excitement, a lot of love in a different way. You love the area, you love the time away, you love being able to just turn off and let loose. And I don't think you get that very often. That makes sense. I also have the Two of Pentacles. I really get the sense that you've had to juggle a lot to make this happen. Whether it's just financially or whether it's financially time away from home, time away from work. There's been a lot of juggling to make this happen the way it is. And it's been tough. I'm pretty sure there's been times you weren't sure it was going to work out. But it worked out. I will say, too, when I say suffering, I don't mean it like the end of the world suffering. But there's been some going without, or maybe things you wanted to do and couldn't. That kind of suffering. Which I guess isn't really suffering at all. It's just sadness. I also had the Hanged Man. There are some concerns. Safety concerns is what I'm getting. What I want to say with the baby, but it is also possible that it is like for your home, pets, things like that. But I do get this feeling of looking back and not sure if you're going to be able to fully trust. Could be. There's definitely a little bit of a negative in this card. And a lot of worry. The Eight of Cups, yeah, that would have told me vacation. This is a card that says you're leaving even though you love it. This is just a time to go and do what you need to do. And I think this is a really well-earned. Thank you, Holistic. This is a really well-earned vacation in your case. And then finally, I have the Page of Pentacles. This is going to make some very special memories for your little man, but it's also going to start, I almost want to say a tradition for you. He's at daycare. But how about hi, how are you? Normal conversation starters. Thank you, Kay. I do see perhaps him taking his own kids there one day. Like, this is really going to make a difference in the relationship and really make some good memories. I am, thanks. How are you? So you definitely are doing really well with this and planning this the way that you have. You're very welcome. Do you want the other half? Because technically you still get 8 more cards. I'm like, wait, don't leave me. Ooh. I'm definitely seeing... Thank you, Sober. I was being a smart ass. You're good. I know you wouldn't. I do have to ask, how would you like it if I came right at you and said, hey, where's your kids? I don't know you from Adam, but hey, where are your kids? Did you feed them today? Are they dressed? Did you give them a bath? How many baths do you give them? It's prying, right? For your information, he's at daycare. So maybe next time you want to ask personal questions, you at least say hi first. Thank you, Brittany. New ways of communicating. I don't know if this is that you've already learned it or that you're about to learn it. Yes, friends, it's in my link tree in the bio. More of the vibe of learning like schooling, learning, maybe taking a course on typing could fall under this, or taking a course or practicing journaling. You wouldn't have to necessarily be in school, but you're teaching yourself, you're learning it yourself. To be more grounded is what I want to say. Maybe there's a tendency to, I don't want to say get flighty, but there's a tendency to not think things through. But this Knight of Pentacles tells me this thought is already coming into action. Well, good luck. Congratulations. Put it to use. Put it to good use. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you get an offer pretty quickly, or if it gets you a raise where you're already working. That Knight of Pentacles is good things coming in your realm of money and physical possessions. In your attitude and your ability to ground yourself out and not be so emotionally wrapped up in things. I also have the High Priestess, which is another card of learning, listening to your higher power or your higher self, whatever's comfortable for you to believe in, and kind of following where you're being led to go. I think you're very in touch with what we would call intuition, And you kind of know when it's intuition and when it's not. You know what you should follow and what you shouldn't. This is also a new career for you. I was going to ask if you were considering changing. No, you already answered. This is a new career for you, and you've chosen this because it's something you're very passionate about. Hey, Cal. They're $10, Courtney. I can tell you. Okie dokie. Listen for your name and then confirm your initials, all right? This is something that you're very excited to get into. I don't want to say a lifelong dream, but there's been a lot of back and forth with yourself. Like, is this really for me? I know it's for me, but can I make it work? You made it work. Now, like I said, put it to use. Make sure you get what you're worth when you're working. Don't let people take advantage. And remember, there's always higher up options. You can always get more schooling. You can always open more doors. Remember that. Don't let anybody tell you you're not good at it. And I feel like this needs to be said because there's going to be a little bit of a jealousy. Nope, just one person. There's going to be a little bit of a jealousy and lying issue. I don't know if it's another person, maybe another intern, or if this is somebody who was already working there and who's jealous. But I do feel like there is going to be a little bit of tension and a little bit of untruth to get their way. It is going to pass pretty quickly, probably weeks to months, but just be prepared to kind of have a rough start and don't let that throw you off course. I do feel like you're going to learn a lot from this as to the work politics, and as also as to how you feel about this field. I think this will be what solidifies it for you. And I say that because of this Nine of Pentacles. You are absolutely going to enjoy what you do and benefit immensely from it in the material and financial realm. That is not the name I got. Oh. Let me double check. Is that why there was two? All right, which one do you want to do first? Well, if she doesn't want one, I can send it back. That's not a problem. But thank you for being so sweet. So I'll do yours first and then Courtney after. I just need to get a drink, okay? I hope so too, Sammy, and I hope yours is even better. What kind of reading did you want, friends? Work related. Oh boy. Haven't had one of those in a while. Shit. I hate when that finger drops like that in the middle. Do you have your own business or a plan to open your own business of sorts? maybe selling something you do as a hobby, definitely making money for yourself. One second, what was that? Oh, snap. Okay, I'm not surprised to hear that. Sorry. House drama. I have the Ace of Cups. This is something that your heart is invested in, but it's also something that you're very, it's your baby. This isn't just a business. It isn't just a job. You have built this from the ground up, and that was where I got the feeling it was your own. This is something you've worked on from the ground up, and so you're very much invested in it in a way not a lot of people would be with a regular job. I also see that this is keeping you very busy. You're having to keep track of communications all over, not just in your business life, but in your job as well. You're having to keep up with orders or invoices or things like that, and it can get a little overwhelming sometimes. But I will say, ground yourself out a little bit, take a few deep breaths, and try not to let it get you in your feels. Let's try, okay? I know it's hard, but try not to let it frustrate you. Nope. I've been studying since I was 16. I do also, and you said it was small, so I'm not surprised, but I do also get that there isn't really a lot of extra income to work with by the time things are done. That perhaps there's almost a little bit of a concern that maybe you're spending more than you make sometimes. But I feel like that's not a reason to give up. It's tough when you're just starting and you got to make a name for yourself. And it sucks when you don't have time to put more hours in at a regular paying job. I'm living it. I feel you. But with some smart saving, cutting out the extras, things like that, I do think you would be just fine to balance out the little bit of financial loss you are experiencing. Bowl of salt. I also have the Star, which is why I say do not just give up on this. Just because, it's not making what you thought or it's not moving like you thought. This is something, I wouldn't say it's going to be like groundbreaking, multi-million dollars, big. Hey, how are you? But this is something that is going to get some attention to it and actually bring a decent amount of money, if not a great amount of money in. And I know this because of the sun. This is like the most positive card in the deck, no matter what. There is nothing that is a better sign or symbol than this card. Hey, Jen. And I feel like it's closer than you would think. Nope, I have Cash App too. I think you're seeing things a little bit through the eyes of somebody who's kind of worn out or just kind of feeling beat down a little bit. You don't have to be. I will tell you what you need to do is to work with what you have. Try not to focus on having more than what you have currently. Try not to, how do I want to say this? I appreciate you're a reader too, Lacey, but please don't do that. Like I said, do the best with what you have. Wait until things get moving before you put more of a commitment in. And I would say, again, put this towards your investments emotionally in it. You don't want yourself to get all wrapped up and make a split-second emotional decision. That was definite energy with that Knight of Swords. I don't see how it's funny either. I wouldn't do it to you. I also have the Magician. You built this. You run it. You're doing what it takes to keep it running. Don't discredit yourself. I feel like you're kind of beating yourself up a little bit sometimes over what it is or isn't doing. And you don't need to. You've made this happen and you can continue to make this happen. You can also call when you don't want it to happen. So, ball's in your court with this one. If you do decide maybe now is not a great time, that's fine. Come back later. But never let your emotions guide you with this. I really feel like there's a big reason to tell you that. And finally, I have the Page of Pentacles. Your investments will pay off. Not very quickly, but in due time. And again, I don't feel like it's forever. So, keep your emotions in check. Don't let yourself put too much bad into the situation. I don't really feel that you need to. And hopefully, it comes along quicker than even I feel. But you gotta stop being discouraged. Well, thank you. Come on. All right, Miss Courtney, what did you want your reading to be? And then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. No problem. You're welcome. Just give me a second to let the chloroseptic work. My throat is killing me. There has been loss in your life recently. Mainly loss of comfort or the ability to feel at peace. And that's just off the first two cards. Thank you, Angel. A lot of loss. Maybe financially, could be losing people as well. Friends, those you're close to. Please don't go there. I already see that. A lot of swords. Definitely a lot of mental anguish here. Or upset. Anguish is a funny word to come out, but maybe I just hit it by accident. Death card, front and center. It's not what you think. It's not terribly bad. Thank you, Bree. Or is it Brit? Brit. What you have done without will be replaced with better, bigger, happier things. I know it doesn't make it any less upsetting or painful now, but you will recover, you will rebuild, and it'll be better. Try not to let this drag you down into a depression, because I feel like you have trouble climbing back up when you get there. You get in your head too much. I already see that from the amount of swords in this reading. I also had the Nine of Wands with that Death card. You feel like the whole world is on your shoulders. It's one thing after another, and you just can't get a break. At this point, whenever the phone rings, you're just bracing yourself for more bad news. Like, it's consistent and constant, and you don't know what to do to make it stop or why it's happening. Honestly, it's a cycle. It's time for some spiritual house cleaning, and this is what happened. Thank you, Rochelle. I'm sorry you were blocked. I want you to remember... Oh, the wind just blew all my damn cards. I want you to remember that just because things have been bad, you don't have to build mile-high walls and keep everything and everybody out. It's going to be hard to feel better. It is. But you'll do better when you have people around you to support you. Cutting everybody out is not... I'm glad to hear that. Cutting everybody out is not the answer here. And I hope you don't feel cut out. It's not what's intended. And I do feel like there's a bit of you misleading yourself and getting hurt with misunderstandings. And again, because you're always in your head. And it's like you overthink everything and nitpick it, and you find all the bad. Even when it's the best compliment in the world, you will find something bad in it because you're used to things going bad. You're used to things failing. You're used to things just falling apart in your hands. This is why I said don't let yourself fall into that depression. Please, because I don't know that you would be out of here easily. I will also say, this is another thing you would avoid with not putting those walls up, with getting around those you love or those who want to help you and support you. I also have the Two of Swords. There is a big choice for you to make right now. And this choice, it's only yours. Nobody else can make it for you. Nobody can help you decide. Nothing is going to change by making this choice in a way that hurts. There is no wrong way. You're just going to live your life down a different path. Sit down and think about the changes you could make on your end, especially with this mental side. I really feel like you could use maybe a therapist or a counselor to talk to, possibly even some medication to support until you get even. But I do feel like there is a situational depression that's kind of creeping in, and your choice is going to be what helps you get through it. Readings are $10. My payment info is in the link tree in the bio. I do want you to slow down and take care of yourself. Rest up. Relax. Try and get your brain to shut up as much as you can. Distract yourself as much as you can. You really need to get out of your head right now. I cannot stress that enough. I have not seen so many swords in a long time. And this is harder for you because you're typically very grounded. You got very much common sense. Okay, I'll fix it. You've got huge critical thinking skills. You're very giving, very loving, and usually very even-tempered. And so to be this fogged up is really just, this is some new territory for you. Or not being able to calm yourself down is the new territory. Right now you are running completely on emotion, and until you can get that to stop, you're not going to feel better. However, I do see better things ahead. I think you would too, but you need to stop looking behind you. We can't change things that we did. I need to hear that just as much as you. All right, let me see what's up with Cash App. Give me 1 second. Well, I'm glad you could resonate with it, Nancy. Feel lucky. I have nothing on my end, so you might want to unsend it and try again. Or make sure that everything is good on your end. Like that there's no glitches in your phone. There's not something they want you to correct or anything like that. You're welcome, and thank you for being so sweet. Thanks for stopping to make sure we know, though. Ugh, I hate being sick, man. Alrighty, babe, and I'm sending even more back to you. There we go. Yes, it did. I see it. What kind of reading did you want, hon? Well, congratulations. Okie dokie. The first one was a girl. Tell her send some of that boy-girl energy here, so when I try again, it's just a girl and I can be done. I don't care if it's 10 years from now. Send it my way. Hey, Ruby, you're good. That's what I thought I remembered. Nope, not ready yet. Yeah, that's always been my thing. I wanted a boy and a girl and done. And I've said it that no more than 3 kids. So if we don't have a boy on the second try, one more. And if we don't have if we don't have a girl on the second try, we only get one more shot. Thank you, Tara. Ooh, I don't know if you are a man yourself or if you're in a relationship with a man. But I will tell you, I have the male fertility card, and if you are a woman of childbearing age, please be careful. Because this is a very, very, very... I love you too, babe. Maybe they are. You're onto something. This is a very fertile card. In all things, not just baby making, but almost every person that's gotten this card, in my experience, has ended up with a baby. Even those who swore they didn't have a partner in their lives. Come to find out they did, and they did. I don't do free readings, boss, and I'm done for the day. This is my last one. And that's just coming right off the top. Even if I'm absolutely wrong about somebody being in your life, keep in mind it can go both ways. Fertility is no joke. Well, be careful, okay? Because when that emperor shows up, yeah, it shows up. And even if I get it to mean like you're the boss of your own ship, it doesn't mean that fertility isn't still there. It's just something about this and the Empress. But as I said, I do have the Emperor card. This is a very just naturally let be the leader. But at the same time, this person will easily trade back and forth. They don't expect to be the leader for always. They will happily give it to somebody else and step back. They are not hungry for attention. They're not hungry for fame. They just want to do what they're here to do and go. Just because it is a man doesn't mean it can't be you. Like I said, just still be careful with that fertility. It could also be very, very fertile for your financial life, which would be awesome. Don't we all want more in our finances? You answered the question. I have the Hermit. You spend too much time just cut off from the world. Well, thank you, Dawn. I feel like you're the type of person, I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home, and that's kind of it. You let people, places, and things. I moved it. It was on mine. You can choose whether you're going to keep being this way or not, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that should fix it. TikTok is glitching bad. And at first it was going so quick I figured we could work through it, but guess not. As I was saying before it went wonky, teamwork makes the dream work, and you can get a lot more done with others around you to help you than you could by. I think this is going to be a little bit of a situation where go out and come back if it's still freezing, because my end is good. Why would you jump right to a refund when there's other ways I can make it up to them? Feel lucky. I'm going to DM you and do it again on a link video for you, okay? This is entirely on TikTok's end. I don't know what to do to fix it. So I'm out of here. DM me and I got you as soon as we're done, okay? Sorry, guys. It's TikTok. I would fix it if I could. Wait, did we fix it? Am I still freezing? Okay, it was my Wi-Fi. All right, so then I'll re-summarize for you as well. Basically, what I'm seeing is you need to stop spending so much time by yourself. Stop being so unwilling to work with others. And I do feel like fear is something that really holds you back. And you could work through it. But I think at the end of the day, it's a cycle of I could work it out, but then it comes back. Your strength is definitely being tested. Absolutely so. But you're going to come out on the other side stronger, better, and happier than you went in. I did have the 8 of Pentacles, so there will be some hard work. I feel like both personally and work-wise. But you are definitely bordering on workaholics, so be very careful. Work with a team, stop cutting people out, and you can get yourself to where you're in your own peace. And not having to deal with what's been messing you up for so long. Yeah. And this is your choice. You don't have to. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from. You're so tired and overworked and just not okay But I do see where it can get better. I do. You just have to make that choice and stop chaining yourself to that job. And I think that's where the fear comes in. If I don't work enough, I won't make it. I mean, it might be harder, but I think you can still make it. You need to take time to rest and relax just as much as you need to make money. And right now, more than ever, you really need to stop being by yourself. Hey, Talana. Hey, Miss Nurse. It is, thanks, and yours? So, your focus from this reading is less workaholic, more social interaction, and less fear. That's the big messages I've got coming through. No more doubt, no more fear. We don't need to do that anymore. Okay? Alrighty. You're welcome. Do you still want me to re-record it for you? And I thank you for understanding. I'm mostly saying for everybody else. Like, I hate when TikTok melts down. Thank you, Jody. I don't feel great. My throat's killing me. Alright, DM me if you change your mind. TikTok is really being wonky. Do you want to take that risk, Charles? I don't know if it's going to start freezing again. Alright, then go ahead. And then after that, no more. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Thank you, Seahawk. Can I ask why your name is Seahawk? And I promise I have a reason. I'm very well, thank you, Cheryl, aside from this sore throat. I see it. What kind of reading did you want, hon? Yep, sure is. Hey, Elfish. It has, and you? Girl. No, I didn't. Let me see. Oh, I asked because my school, that's their whole thing is Seahawks. Now, Kelsey, I will tell you that if you want to be happy and healthy and in all your glory again, you need to cut what's making you unhappy out and focus on more of the things that you enjoy. Well, that's cool. I was just wondering mostly. I always wished I could be a cheerleader, but that's a joke, right? Anyway, Queen of Swords. This is very much a... Well, thank you, Jay. And sending it all right back. Me too. I probably could have if my mom listened then. Excuse me. This is a very bad bitch energy. You know what you want in life. You're going to get it. Nobody can get in your way. Nobody can stop you. If somebody makes you mad, you have no problem cutting them off. You have no problem holding a vendetta. And you have no problem with not giving second chances. I think you know who you're giving second chances to that you shouldn't be. I really do. But I know there needs to be some changes in your emotions and what affects them. So I wonder if this is relationships or other things that make you unhappy in the realm of other people. Relationships being actual lovers to friends, family. But if you want to take back control of your happiness and get yourself back to where you are balanced, grounded, and happy, which is these two, we definitely need to start making those cuts. I also have the King of Pentacles, which says this is going to be a huge amount of growth for you. Gotcha. This is something you've not ever had the thought to do that you actually followed through on. You might have thought about, yeah, I'll do it, but you've never thought about it and then acted at the same time. This time is different. And when you finally do it, you're going to level up, for lack of a better term. Make sure you have a good, solid foundation under you. If she's helping with anything whatsoever, make sure you have a way to replace it. If anything is in her name, make sure you can have something to take its place. Get yourself prepared before you just say no forever. If you need to make lists, make lists. Whatever you need to do. But don't let yourself get screwed. I do see where you're doing a lot of balancing and tiptoe. Almost like you're walking on eggshells. Interesting. Sorry, house text. I feel like you've done a lot of self-controlling to be in this situation, and it's just not healthy for you. Nobody deserves that much stress. And it's like you have the good side of your life and the bad side of your life, and it's all just a big juggling game, and in the middle is you just trying to keep everything in the air. And that's not fair. I feel like once you do go ahead and do this, you will see, yes, the door closes, but another one's opening, even better. Keeping a toxic person, even if they're family, out of your life is absolutely freeing. Immediate freeing. Yes, it might hurt some because you love that person to a degree. Maybe you love them more than your life. But when you realize you don't have to tiptoe anymore, that feeling is going to be amazing. And absolutely worth every moment. So, keep that in mind. Try not to let yourself second guess or rethink or doubt or whatever other thing you could possibly do in the negative. I think this is actually a really, really good decision for you. Yup, it was the last one. I'm getting ready to log off. And I really feel like that's where your problem is, because you've always You thought about it or threatened it, but you never actually did do it. I hear you. Hey, I didn't want to be on the full hour and a half, and I ended up being here anyway. It sucks. I guess that's just the vibe of today. I don't want to say I'm glad to hear that and make you mad, but I am glad to hear it, that it was spot on, and I hope things get better for you. I'm in that situation myself, so I know how it feels, and it's not a good feeling. Especially, when you're doing the things that your mom typically would be there for, that's when it's the hardest. For me, it was having my baby without her. Knowing my mom should have been there. It really hurt. And you'll have moments like that. But I promise, the toxicity isn't worth it. I'm good dawning in you. I am saying in you. I am so sorry. Was she against it or something? Thank you. Today has definitely been a much better day. Hey, birdies. For real, you make time for your child's wedding. Thank you, Shell. I just need to get my throat better and then I'll be happy. And stop biting the inside of my cheek. Might as well stick it out to get my 90-minute toast. It's 2 more minutes. But I appreciate everybody who got readings today, everybody who hung out, those of you who were here with good intentions and spreading positivity. We got our happy life back, and that's great. I'm so happy to see that. Besides my throat, I am Elle, and how are you? Uh-huh. And then once it starts, it just starts getting between my teeth. Well, thank you. The other thing I do is I suck my bottom lip in really hard. I had tooth marks cut into the inside of my lip all like a week ago. It's just starting to really heal up. I don't know. No, you can't really see them. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Hey, Ruby, I am. Thanks, and you? There it is. I clenched my teeth, too, and not even meaning to. I also used to grind them really bad. I'm at my hour and a half, and I'm not getting my toast. TikTok, get on your game. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, drives me crazy, but what can I do? Retrain my brain, maybe, but how do I do that? Like, what do I replace it with? I'm officially at the end of my normal lifetime. Do not forget, I will not be here tomorrow or Monday. So we will have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to get readings in for rent. So next week is probably going to be a lot of readings. The baby's here for a 4-day weekend, no daycare, so I'm going to enjoy every second of it. And, yeah, that's it. I hope everybody has a great day and takes care of themselves and has a better day than they did yesterday. And that tomorrow is a better day than today was. I hope y'all have a great night. Love y'all. Okay, thanks, bye.